2025 has started well for the Sheffield Steelers, and they'll hope to continue that momentum against a Flames side they scored 9 past last time out. Guildford have only scored 2 goals in their 3 League and Cup games against Sheffield this season, and an ongoing injury crisis means their captain Brett Ferguson continues to fill in on defence. The Steelers captain tonight is also playing defence. Kevin Tansey takes the C as Robert Dowd misses out, and with no Brandon Whistle and no reinforcements from the Steel Dogs called up, there are just 10 forwards on the game day roster. It's the Watling, Usela, Balmas line that will open the game. The Steelers in orange, the Flames in white. We are underway. Great to have your company here on a Saturday night. And Guildford will be hoping for a very different performance and result from last time out. But the Steelers are going to get an opportunity early on here. Watling, and the save made by Kupski. Still a chance, Balmas denied, and then he's checked down hard. The Steelers with a couple of looks on goal inside the first 25 seconds.
Quick start, Sheffield out on the attack already. Guildford getting caught with a 2-on-1 the other way after Hutema does a great job getting the puck out of the Guildford defensive zone.
Right. Straight from the face-off. It's smashed home by Golod. He's in red-hot form.
He is. Fantastic job. It almost looks as though, we'll see if Guildford actually win this face-off behind them. And Golod gets a great jump coming through. Have a look here. He tips it to himself. He drags it through himself. Crowcock can't react. Couldn't pick up who was in front of the net. Yeah, and Golod just picks it up, turns, whips it around, and Guildford netminder not quite set. He seemed to look a little bit left there trying to find the puck and couldn't, and by then the puck was going 5-hole. To the Steelers' defensive coverage in the neutral zone.
Face-off count is now 10-7 in the Steelers' favour. As here goes Levens. Leaves it for Golod. Top of the slot, shot comes through, save made, rebounds in from Simpson.
Again, you have a little look at this, and all Steelers players are in the lineup. Golod ends up making the play back. Out to Brian Diffley, who quickly gets the release as the Guildford team look like they over back check a little bit. This may have just got a little deflection on the way through to the netminder, but Mark Simpson's the quickest one to turn. Daniel Levin's doing a good job as well. We're talking about things that he can do. He drives the play forward and drives it through and drives players back into the corner. We'll have a little look here. There's your drive through, puts everybody back, gets it back to Golod, who can find the room and dance, and Mark Simpson going through to the net is the recipient of a nice little rebound.
Work it down low, there's room to try and squeeze this one in. Steelers collapse back, and combination of pads and skates keep it out. Shot from Curti, deflection, follow-up chance is saved, but another penalty is coming in against the Steelers.
Did this save a goal on the back post or not, as it kind of gets knocked down and deflected? You see Curti get the shot away. He gets slowed down right there. Greenfield has to scramble, and it's going to be a little bit of a hook. Greenfield was there. Up in the hands, a little bit of emotion possibly on Huttala as it comes through right there. Guildford looked a little bit sharper on this power play. They moved it down low. Nice little power move on the first one for Greenfield after making a save, but huge here, 5-on-3, last 4 minutes.
So big opportunity here for Guildford to get themselves on the board. Something to show for their first period efforts. We're into the final 4 minutes. And the Guildford Flames trail by 2, but they have 2 extra skaters and they take immediate advantage. Strang into the top corner. And the Flames still have a power play to come.
Yeah, well worked. They worked it down lower in behind the net, and then the shot coming through here. Strang not sure if Greenfield doesn't see it. It looks a little like he's trying to curl his arm around towards his ear. Tougher from that angle to see, but a nicely placed shot. Good hard work. You'll see it here. Nice little switch around the top. You can see Valorant's trying to point to help him out. Brian Diffley's there. And yeah, you can see him curl. It goes right by his ears.
Trying to work it in front. Couldn't quite manage it. Lamond was trying to make his life as awkward as possible. Waller Hard pass to the far side and Brown. Tedesco. Good Flames pressure. Great pass out front. What a save on the stretch from Greenfield.
Yeah, you see him too deep over Watling and Pansy behind the net. Gamon goes, and whoever's high in the slot there, you can see just sort of walks down through them, and Balmas can't get there, and just needed a little bit more patience, Alvaro, and he probably could have got around. Watch it here. Everyone's looking the other way, and Usla as well, but Matt Greenfield does a good job. He actually pushes out towards the stick as well, so
Glover loses out in the corner. Cormier out to the far side, but that's not initially where Balmas was, but he's done well to get it to Watling. Towards Usla, that was a wonderfully inventive tip, and he was unfortunate that it didn't go in. Steelers forwards linking up well. That would have been a goal we'd have seen forever had it gone in. Another one that gets blocked before it reaches the netminder. Simpson doesn't let the puck out of the zone. More work for Guildford to do to release the tension. Simpson had it and lost it. Steelers then do the same through Golod. Simpson trails the play well. Drops it back. What a finish from Levens.
Daniel Levens. Fantastic work by Golod on the boards again, Jonathan, through the neutral zone. We just said you're looking for some highlight for this period. We just had two down low, and Golod does a great job there. Simpson coming through, and then Dan Levens right there, right in the middle of the ice. Mark Simpson does a good job just laying it back to him. He wastes no time whatsoever and just hammers it. You see, look, Golod does a great job chipping this up in behind. Simpson travels for some support. Bang out to Daniel Levens, and he wastes no time, and that's how quick a goal can be scored.
Hook sends a bounce pass towards himself, and he beats Guimon to it. Crowcock. Puck is forced past him, and now the Steelers bring it in with Ciampini's shot and a little touch from Kupski. And Ciampini, who has been so unfortunate in front of goals, he's not scored in his last 10. He's desperate to get himself on the score sheet.
Well, do what you got to do, get the shot away. It has a nice clear opportunity here. Tries to go up and does go off the crossbar. Didn't pick it up, Jonathan. Goes right up off the crossbar. Even Marco Valorant going back post here. I thought it would have been a nice little option there, but that's a good, hard shot.
Steelers have three back as Guildford cross the red line and then lose possession. Really good pass out to the far side. Schudra's waiting centrally, but the Steelers are going to take it all the way through, and the save from Kupski to deny Balmas.
Some great hands there through from Balmas. Trying to get in and along it. Just couldn't quite get there in the end.
They can't enter the offensive zone in possession. Here's an opportunity. Oh, it's off the underside of the bar. Dodero.
Quick shot.
Well, let's take a look at this. Oh, it was Waller, not Dodero.
Yeah, Waller. Right spot. Just a little bit too much on a good break going the other way.
Curti. Kupski does come to the bench. The extra skater is out. It's Alvaro. So it's 5-on-5 out on the ice, but with no netminder for Guildford. And the puck comes to Golod. And he'll get it back, and he'll seal the game. He started it, he's finished it. Maxime Golod stays red hot.
Yeah, real cool under pressure there. Good work by Steelers defense for getting the puck up and out. Cormier jumps up in the play. Maxime Golod gets the recipient back. You see here, it's a good work from...
Home crowd rises to its feet. It's a standing ovation all the way to the finish for the Sheffield Steelers. They're going to beat the Guildford Flames again, twice in the Cup, and now twice in the league. Not as spectacular as the 9-0 from last time, but 4-1 will do just fine for Matt Greenfield and the rest of the Sheffield Steelers. Their winning streak stands at 5. And they get a well-deserved Sunday off.
They get a Sunday off and probably a Monday, Tuesday as well.
2 goals, 2 assists. Too good for the Guildford Flames. Maxime Golod is the Sheffield Steelers man of the match. 6,962 on hand to witness another Sheffield Steelers win. And a Maxime Golod Eddie. Giddy up all the way through centre ice and smiles all round. It has been a good weekend for the Steelers. A big win in Belfast and a win here on home ice against the Flames.
A little bit slow to take off. Must be the jet lag in the legs. Often to run into the races, though, aren't we?
Coach, your immediate thoughts following that 4-1 win?
Happy we were able to get the job done. Thought we played really solid. Compete level again was through the roof from our group tonight. Good hockey team. You know, they're playing well right now too, and they got a lot of speed. And I thought we managed that very well. But you know, tough stretch for us with I think that was our 5th win in the last 8 days. You know, that's not easy, especially with the travel in there. So it was. This was one of those weeks that you circled on the calendar, especially with the way we'd played, and it was going to maybe be a make or break week for our group. And I think we've found our way to get right back in this thing, and huge for our confidence and moving forward here.
Maxime Golod will get the headlines with 2+2, but really that entire line was on fire throughout.
Elite, yeah, all of them were outstanding. You know, Maxie he's a skilled player that competes extremely hard for pucks and will make plays, but I thought Mark Simpson was our best player all weekend long. I thought he was unbelievable in Belfast last night, played huge minutes. Levs was, you know, feeling it tonight as well, engaged and heavy on pucks and moving his feet and making plays and just being hard. And those 3 together, you know, kind of carried the group tonight, and you need that from different groups on the nightly, so it was outstanding to see them play as well as they did.
And it's another game you've had to play without Robert Dowd. What's the latest you can tell us on his condition?
Yeah, lower body niggle. Hoping it shouldn't be too long, maybe, you know, week to week, I'd say.
And it did mean then an adjustment on the 3rd line, and Daniel Ciampini thrust into a role taking face-offs, which he's not done a lot this season, and he did a really good job.
Yeah, I loved his game in the middle tonight. Again, very engaged. It was really good in the dot. I think he was, you know, close to 70% in the face-off dot tonight, and he's always been such a responsible player, huge PK guy for us. So from the defensive side, what the center's responsibilities change a little bit in comparison to the wings. So I thought he was outstanding tonight.
It's a game in which you've won all 3 periods, 2-1, 1-0, 1-0. Is it an improving sign then for the club that there aren't these drop-offs at various different points in the game?
Yeah, I think our game's coming right now, and you know, for me, it like I said before, it starts with compete and you know, playing consistently the right way in concept, and you need that buy-in from everyone. And I think we've had that during this stretch. And you know, what I've told our group is that when we're at it, not at our best as a group, I don't think there's anyone better in the league. And it's just about us finding that consistency and bringing it on the nightly now.
That's the Steelers' weekend over now, a day off tomorrow. Will you still be watching in on a webcast, or is it going to be a day away from hockey for you?
Well, I don't know yet. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We're giving the guys a few days here to kind of rest and recover, and we'll come back towards the end of the week and get some good skates in and be ready for 2 huge ones next weekend.
And it's 2 huge home games as well.
Yep.
The Steelers' home form maybe hasn't quite been as strong, but the signs that things are starting to tick up.
Yeah, big weekend for us. You know, we can't sit on this now. We got to, you know, use this to energize our group and make sure we're ready for 2 big ones next weekend.
Coach, your immediate thoughts following that 4-1 defeat?
Obviously disappointed with the loss, but I thought overall our gameplay was very good. Especially the second period. I thought we had a really good second period. We had a lot of good chances. I think we actually outshot Sheffield tonight in total. And, you know, obviously again, like Greenfield, you know, he just shuts the door so many times on real grade A chances that we had, and we weren't able to capitalise. And I think obviously, you know, that's the story for us. Again, coming in here, it's 1 power play goal. There's no goal 5-on-5, which is concerning. But we had chances, we had opportunities, and unfortunately, I thought Matt Greenfield was outstanding tonight, and he kept us at 1 goal.
Your last visit here did not go well. Was that something you talked about or avoided talking about in this build-up?
No, we've moved on. We haven't. We spoke about it the day after, very lightly, and I said at the time that was just one of those games. Unfortunately, every now and again it happens, and it did to us that night. And we didn't watch any video. We didn't go over anything. We lived the horror on the night. We don't have to watch that. So yeah, we moved on, and you focus again on the positive stuff, and pretty much our gameplay has been a lot better since that one-off game.
2 teams tonight, only with 18 players out of 20 on their rosters. How much more difficult is it to play from behind when you're short benched?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've touched on it for the last few games here. We've got Brett Ferguson, who's our captain, playing D, and he's playing D for the full game. And he's done a really good job. But we're 3 D-men out at the minute, and it hurts. It hurts us how we play. Like you said, when you want to start pushing teams, and obviously the D is starting to get tired, and you distribute from the back end, and we are a good transitional team, and when our D's getting tired, it's harder as the game goes on. But it is what it is. Hopefully we can get a body or 2 back here in the next little bit of time, but it's hurt us. Definitely it has. You're missing 3 defensemen out of a 6-man roster. Of course it's going to hurt you.
And a quick turnaround back on home ice tomorrow for the 5 Flyers. A different sort of challenge.
Yeah, it is. But there's lots of positives from this game here tonight. For me, it certainly wasn't a 4-1 game. Like you said, I'm happy with how we competed. I'm happy with our gameplay here. We just weren't able to capitalise to score goals tonight. But we've got to use that going into tomorrow against Fife, and it's going to be a hard game. But we've got to be ready and prepared.